Hello and welcome back to Dungeons & Dragons, Planescape, Torment, the Enhanced Edition. Where we last left off, well, we were exploring the mausoleum.
I'm hurt.
That you are.
Damn it. Looks like my skills have increased.
Oh, nice.
What?
Level up. Fighting skills improved, 10 hit points gained, 2 hit points gained from Constitution bonus. Nice. Bandages. 3 hit points. Just 3 hit points. Okay, let's just mummy ourselves for a bit. Leg bone club. Interesting.
Damn it.
Just folly.
There we go. Fragile and breakable. An effective weapon, this leg bone is fragile and has a chance of breaking if used repeatedly. Speed 4, weight 2. Speed 4, weight 3. It's not really an effective weapon. But I'm gonna keep that along just for add notes. As you know, stuff to sell. Might as well keep the quick loot screen up. I wonder, can we rest? It's too dangerous to rest here. Of course. Well, we aren't too badly injured. See a mid-sized man in long robes and deep black. His hair is neatly coiffed, and an impeccable trimmed goatee complements his handsome features. Noticing your arrival, he puts down the book he was writing in and strides confidently over to you, smiling. Impressive, I must admit. I never thought you would make it this far. I'm glad to have disappointed you. Are you the one responsible for all the Walking Dead? Who I am is of no consequence to you. What I want is the question that should be concern you the most. As you speak, he looks you up and down, as if somewhat fascinated by you. What do you want? Take a step back. I want your blood. Is that some kind of threat? Man starts to answer, but stops himself abruptly. An evil smile spreads across his face and begins to laugh. Yes, I suppose it is. He continues to laugh hard at his own private joke. Notice his hands have begun to move to his side. Slowly they flip back and forth, tracing intricate patterns in the air.
Balance
okay.
in all things.
I'm gonna cast Submerge the Will on me.
What's up, Chief?
Mort. be really profane to him. And yeah, let's go after the mage.
Damn it. Did you see that?
Got a bracelet, bronze ring, and scroll of ice knife.
Done.
And apparently this is not the last we've seen of this person. Anything else around here? Yep. A skull. A dagger. Scroll of strength. And scroll of chromatic orb. Not bad. It's, hand all the light stuff to Mort there. Derek Human Skull. It's not as talkative as Mort, but perhaps that's just as well. Can you carry a skull, Mort? Hello. I just step into the corridor, the guardian spirit materializes before you. Ghostly countenance regards you benevolently. I thank you. You have done me a great service. Spirits in my charge sleep quietly once again. Go in peace, friend. Apparition fades away, leaving you alone in the deserted halls of the
Updated my
mausoleum.
journal.
Well, that's
right.
nice. Let's see here. Next level at 32, so I've got like 12,000 experience points to go. Well, before we go, I'm just curious what the heck these places are. Oh. It's kind of a crappy fast travel sequence, which doesn't amount to much considering it's all on the same map. But whatevs.
Right.
See, I think someone wanted us to oh, that's completed. Yep. Orochi. Maybe he'll actually talk to me this time. That would be nice. I found out what's going on in the mausoleum. The dead sleep
Updated
again.
my journal.
Orochi's whines of worries smooth out his speak. Thanks, give I. He reaches into his robes and draws forth a small bag which hands you copper coins, twice 100. Thanks. Glad I could help. Let's see. Big Death ignores you. Dustman, Morton. So you approach elderly woman learns Sere. La, look who's come to call on Sere today. Death's dearest son. She looks you up and down and shakes her head in disbelief. By every power in his mother, boy, what crypt did you crawl out of? Let's joke. Let's be happy. Well, the crypt was losing its charm, so I'm looking around for the right place to die. You know of anywhere? She barks a laugh and rouses your ears. Ha! Not here unless you want to die of boredom. What's wrong with here? Someone pinch your sense and your sight, boy? She waves your hand around the bar. Look around. What does your eyes tell you? Bunch of fun-loving dustmen, drinking happily and conversing merrily. Yeah, dustman bar. Very good, she chuckles dryly. She doesn't seem to be laughing at you. Risk of explaining myself, dustmen are the dullest breed of dullars to ever nest and sigil. Always speaking of death reverently, like some holy union that every creature in the multiverse should try for. But you're a dustman. A dustman? I suppose. I've seen enough sand pass through the hourglass while wearing these robes. This body's almost ready to pay the ferryman. Are you afraid of dying? Of course I am, boy. Who isn't? She frowns and glances around. Well, except dustmen. They're not afraid because they've been swallowing so much of their own bat droppings over the decades. They blind themselves thinking that death is some kind of release. So what sparked this crisis of faith? Well, I suppose it, never you mind, I won't bore you with the niggling details. I'd like to know, actually. Oh, would you? How old do you take me for, boy? Let's be good. Not too old. She snorts. Well, you're wrong. I'm really old. Now, I've spent my long years teaching dustmen. Seen many dustmen whelps grow within our order, taught them the ways of the faction, kept the faith, preached the tenets of the faction. So on and so on and so on. No questions, no doubts. This life was merely an antechamber that led to the true death. And what happened? Well, a half-month back, I went sick with a fever. Thought it was the end. It rattled my cage. How? There's something about having your faction members circle around your deathbed like a pack of pale-faced ghouls, nodding and agreeing that your suffering and dying is all for the best. Oh, Sere is so fortunate. She shall soon be relieved of the burden of life. Burden of life? That's when it struck me. There's something. Queer expression comes over her features. Addled about not appreciating your life. The dustman keeps saying that life is misery and suffering. Is it? That we should be happy to pass on to oblivion? Should we? Questions. Precious few answers. Doesn't sound like you believe in the dustman philosophy anymore. Suppose I've gotten a swarm of doubts buzzing in my skull. Hard to get them all to be quiet sometimes. Need to be fed some answers. Haven't got them all worked out. What will you do? To be square, boy, I don't know. That's the problem with doubt. Can't even trust what I'm feeling is true, or if I'm scared to death only because my brush with the fever, or even what I should do. Just a passing thing? I don't know. Let's see here. Let me see if I can't look this one up. One sec. Okay. Sere, if you had truly believed the dustman philosophy, then your brush with the fever would not have left you with such doubts. Stares you not. Maybe so, maybe so. I'll have to chew it over sometime. Should, it's no small matter. Oh, now, enough of me around about my woes. Looks like you've shared a few handshakes with death yourself. Hasn't that changed your view somewhat? Does it make you appreciate life a bit more? Well, my condition is unique. I woke up in the mortuary, and they mistook me for a corpse when they prepared to bury me. Strange thing is, I think I actually died. But I got better. You rattled me in my coffin. It's true. Strange the ways of the plains. I've seen too much to throw any tale out with the wash. It is true. Why did this happen? All I know is I woke up in the mortuary with no memory and covered with enough wounds to kill me 3 times over. Nah, don't be saying that too loud. She glanced around. Most peculiar. Never heard of anything like that. Shame about the memories. You have any idea what happened? Nah, not a one. Never knew anyone to death wouldn't take, till now. Perhaps I can ask you some other questions. Questions, eh? Well, you can ask. Crypt crawler. I didn't crawl out of any crypt. Frowns, face wrinkling. Right, then, what coffin did you crawl out of? One of those shoddy splint coffins at Hamry's, most like. Give corpses splinters, I hear. Boy's not worth a clipped copper since his father died. Who is Hamry's? Hamry's a coffin maker in the lower ward. Here to shop when his father died, much to the shame of every corpse seen in a coffin, crypt, or tombstone sigil. What happened to his father? Those years just for show, boy, he died. Son talked him to death, most likely. Boy's tongue never stopped rattling. I'm surprised he doesn't shake his head loose from his shoulders. Well, it doesn't sound like I'd like to be buried in one of his coffins then. Can you recommend me anywhere I should lie down and die? Parks and laugh morales you. Ha! Not here, unless you want to die of boredom. Other questions? I want to ask you about some of the dustmen here. No harm in it. What's in your mind? One of the embalmers in mortuary, Iveen. You know her? Who? Strange young woman, poor eyesight, near death, talent for hands. Maybe she's a new initiate. Never heard of her. Other dustmen? A scribe named Dahl in the mortuary. Know him? Dahl, he was my instructor at the philosophical arts during my early training in mortuary. Crusty old fool to boot. He is ill, so my ears tell me. And he'll have been bored to death at his present. Is he dying? Sicker than a spotted dot he is. Not much sand left in the hourglass for him. Ask you about some other dustmen? When you told me of waiting death, that boy's half the sense of jackass. He actually wants to die. Him so young, too. Wish death would rattle his cage for him. I must take my leave. Death ignores you. Okay. It's a way you can kind of like put the fear of death in him the same way Sere the Skeptic got. But I might have missed that when I talked. She looks better with dreadlocks. Old copper eyes. Thought you were someone else. How about Emmerich? Questions for you. Okay. Who knows? Maybe I've...
We're being watched, Chief. Just look natural. Casual.
Mess things up with Dustman. See Bane the Senders. Approach, he looks hopefully. You're successful in finding Craddock, good sir? Yes, I passed along your message, although it didn't seem to please him any.
Updated my journal.
Bane's, yes, for the smile. Good fortune indeed. Thank you, good sir. Thank you. 30 comments for leaving a message? Fair enough. More than fair, good sir. More than fair. Say without hesitation, or find your profession, all obstacle, and I runner for the House of Senders. Keep that in mind. Farewell. $30 copper is nice, but obviously we wanted the XP. Speaking of Craddock, is his buddy there already? Drunk, angry hive dweller, hive thug, harlot. You want to try this? Okay.
Damn.
Ooh. Let's did I have some blood charms? Guess not. Well, send the video the way we begin many of them. Taking out thugs. Yeah, let's not peeve off the demon. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, there you are. See a thin man in stained clothes, hooked nose and two stubby horns jutting from his forehead, stumbling about, muttering to himself, strings of brine, vomit, and cheap wine. Are you Jelhai? If so, Craddock needs your back at the marketplace. Craddock? Ah, Craddock, me Genra's boss. Well, you can tell him this. He can pike off. That's a filthy dog, cur of the lower source. And Genhai's not a-working for him anymore. He jabs you with his finger. Tell him that. I'll tell him from a distance. Farewell. Okay, well, we found him. But it looks like Genhai has decided he's going to quit. Well, let's see if we can help Craddock anyway. But that'll be for next time. When we come back, more Planescape Torment. Have a good one, folks.